I'm terrified.
Hopefully, I will not cough too much today. I feel a lot better than I did last week, but I'm still, it's
Hmm.
gotten into my chest.
Oh,
I feel real bad about missing last week, but I was like bedridden.
That's no
That's
problem,
fine.
man.
Don't worry about
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
It happens.
So, last time, our group were in the middle of fighting the Druids of Yester Hill. The Druids had attacked the Wizards of Wine Winery, and Davian Mardukov had asked them to help take down the camp there. The group also knew that there was an item that they needed at the hill, prophesized by Madame Eva, so they intended to finish the fight once and for all and just find that item. They were joined by Raj and Gears, travelers they picked up along the way, and managed to clear out the area, but however, not before Brimstone lost control and a certain character came out to play. The fight finished and the group now stands in front of a tree. Meanwhile, Riley, who had been charmed by Strahd recently, was sleeping at the Mardukovs when she was visited by Strahd in a dream, asking her to join him in his castle. Riley broke out of the dream with the help of Olive, or at least the dream Olive that stood by her and helped her defeat that awful nightmare. Upon waking, Riley found the Mardukovs under attack by a vampire spawn, whom had killed one of the children. They tried to attack him, but the man turned and ran into the forest, leaving his red top hat on the ground, along with a sobbing Stefina Mardukov and a shaken Riley. We'll cut back to the hill here. Now that the dust has settled on this fight, and the last of the blights have been expelled from the area, you can actually take a look around this wooded area that you found yourself in, this little grove. The grove is a collection of dead trees and shrubs with huge, misshapen tree at its core. It just is very large, very knotted wood that is kind of gray to the color. You see a sickly corpse at the foot of this tree, and blood oozes like sap from its trunk. Embedded in the tree is a shiny battle axe, beyond which lies a humanoid skeleton. Davian, with his sharp eyes, notices something in the roots, and he just scuttles off and starts digging around them, and Gears follows him. And she sees if she can try and help dig out whatever it is that he just located with his sharp bird eyes. Raj turns to you, Brimstone, a sad look in his eyes. Despite being middle-aged, he and Gears have had a certain life about them this whole time that you've known them, but he looks just tired and sad now. My boy, what was that just now?
A specter.
It was as if
Remnants of an old life.
It was as if some other person bubbled up to the surface during that fight.
Brimstone kind of shakes his head and says, "No. We're the same, still." Much as I hate to admit it.
You should keep an eye on that. And if you need to talk about it, I'm sure it's something that might need be doing. Keeping stuff like that bottled up inside will just end in tears.
Kind of looks at Raj and then looks around at the rest of them and just says, "I fear it's going to end in tears either way, but I appreciate your concern."
Well, I'm always here. If you need me.
No.
All right.
What are the rest of the group
Yeah,
doing
what's
right
everybody
now?
else doing?
At this point, Eamon will actually speak up to Brimstone and say, "Look, you don't have to tell me anything you don't want to, but just so you know, we got your back." And then he'll sort of nod to Zelphine. And then he, without another word, he's going to go and fetch that big straw effigy. And
Fetch it?
basically, yes, he's going to smash the thing, keeping it stuck to the ground, drag it
tree
back.
roots? You can try. Roll me an attack roll.
Are they, is it like grown into the ground,
Yeah,
the straw effigy?
Yeah, the straw effigy.
I thought it was just like sticks.
No, it is sticks, but it's like grounded to the ground through tree roots.
Do I have a shovel? I don't have a shovel. Never mind then.
I have a shovel.
Can I borrow your shovel? Brimstone, can I borrow your shovel?
Brimstone will give him a shovel.
Hey, I'm gonna go dig up that straw effigy.
Where are you digging on it?
The roots.
Okay, it doesn't. You try, and it doesn't do anything.
Damn Strahd.
It like bends the shovel.
Shit.
Amber, did you break my shovel?
Yes. I'm very sorry.
I will give you a hint. It's part of the tree.
Well then. Shit.
I'll give you another hint. Try attacking the tree, see what happens.
No. Absolutely not.
Brimstone goes over to Zelfine. Just kind of stands there. He's kind of looking down like he's ashamed of himself. And he's just sort of standing there, waiting for her to say something.
Zelfine kind of had like this 1,000-yard stare going on for a little bit there, but when he approaches, she kind of shakes her head and snaps out of it and just kind of glances over at him like, "So, you said there was a power here you were looking for."
What? Yes.
To deal with that?
Yes. Get rid of it if I can.
Then we're gonna do everything we can to find it.
I'm sorry. I tried, but I wasn't fucking strong enough.
When Eamon does come back, he's holding the javelins he was throwing around and also a great axe, which he gives to Brimstone.
What? You're giving me javelins and a great axe. Where'd you get the great axe?
No, javelins I'm keeping. The great axe I think you would benefit from. I picked it off one of those dead guys.
Oh. Okay. Eamon,
in case you need it.
Eamon, I know it's not going to make a difference, but remember when we met at Madame Ava?
Yep.
So that was who she was talking about.
You know, Brimstone, the things that we do, we can try and hide from them and suppress them, but at the end of the day, they do become a part of us. And if we try and deny that, if we try and ignore our past misdeeds, Lord knows I've committed tons of them, then we risk letting them control us or allowing them to become normal or allowing them to dominate us. You can't... Eamon seems to be struggling with his words. Good people can still do bad things. And bad people can still do good things. The important thing is that you try to do good things. At the end of the day, what you've done in the past, I won't say it doesn't matter, but what you do now matters more.
Thank
And
you,
then
that's very
Eamon-
wise.
Well, paladin crap. And then Eamon will start picking up kindling and things from bushes and whatnot and start piling them around the tree.
Eamon, if you have anything you need to talk about or let off your chest, let me know, okay? I'm sorry I didn't listen earlier.
It's not the time for that right now. We've got more pressing matters to take care of.
I know, I'm saying in the future.
Okay.
Hold me to that, please.
Believe me, Eamon,
Wait, you're
you've
Eamon.
made peace.
You're Eamon.
Sorry. Believe me, Brimstone, I've made peace with that by now. It's been a long time. Years even. And there's no telling when something like that will come back and start hurting again, but when that does happen, it will pass. It will all pass. And he's going to keep collecting his kindling.
All
Eamon,
right.
when we're ready to do that, would you let me light it?
Be my guest.
Are we going to take the axe there?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that thing. Can I examine it a little more closely?
Yeah, you get up to it, and you see the skeleton that is like kind of awkwardly holding onto it, and you get like an air of magic off of it, even without like rolling anything. You can just feel that there's some arcanic energy about this axe. It's got like the designs of wood carved into it and like little flowers, like a rose at the base of it.
When I put a hand on the axe, do I feel anything?
Yeah, you feel like this is a very strong weapon with a bit of arcanic energy behind it. You're considered lawful good, right?
As of recently, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. For no reason at all.
Actually, just
Oh, boy.
changed it actually
Larry.
just changed it in my sheet.
Yeah.
Good timing.
Good. Because then nothing happens when you take
Oh,
the handle.
Oh, good.
I don't
good.
like those. I don't like those words, Leanne. Those are bad words to hear.
Look. There,
You have to be a good boy to get the magic weapon.
yes. You gotta be a good boy, or else it will hurt you.
Except for this weird spear I got. That is apparently totally cool.
That was fine.
Well,
You don't
that's
need
not
to
a
be a
weapon
good boy
for
for
good
that.
boys.
No.
That's a weapon. That's a weapon for bad boys.
Yeah, he got the bad boy weapon. Eamon gets the good boy weapon.
Oh my god.
Hey, at least I got a great axe that Eamon just pulled off of one of the corpses.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of those, and I intend to bring back as many as possible so the Mardikovs have something to defend themselves.
Holy shit.
I can't think of any single member of the Mardukov family that could wield a great axe to begin with, but okay.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain that after the death of her child, the mother could.
Oh my
fuck
god.
yeah, it's just gonna get small.
It's gonna
You
get
know what? Fair point. Yeah, I'll grant you
She's
that.
gonna start benching.
Yes. But you guys don't know that yet.
I'm up to 175.
Yeah, no, you stick your hand on it and it seems a bit wedged in there, but you get a like calming presence almost from this axe. Like it's got like some good magic behind it.
Yay, good magic.
If you want, you can roll me a nature check to figure out how this dude died. Who is also holding on to the axe still.
Can I roll a medicine check instead?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Holy shit, a nat 20.
Okay.
Oh, gee.
Just from what you've seen in this area,
Dr. Amons.
and like
CSI Amon.
CSI Amon, and like what is left of the clothes, you piece together that this person was killed by blights while trying to chop down the tree.
I'm gonna pet the skull and be like, your noble sacrifice will not have been in vain. You know what? We should bury this guy.
Yeah, thank you.
We should.
I'm glad somebody noticed finally.
Jeez, I've been sitting here for years.
Very heroic of you.
We all
We're
have
like,
we all just have the same hallucination for like a good half minute.
wait, what?
Conversation. We all hallucinate the same conversation with this skeleton for like a half minute.
And at the end, Aim is just like, did anyone else?
Yeah.
No one admits
You know
it.
what?
When you
We're
look
never
up and then
speaking-
you look
no,
down,
we're
it's like
never speaking of this again.
yeah, like
Never again.
it doesn't do anything else. You just look up, you look down, and then like this, it's just back in the same position. It hasn't moved. Clearly can't talk.
Barovia's
Okay.
wacky.
So yeah, I don't care about leaving the other berserkers to rot, but I would like to bury this guy because I think he died doing something very heroic.
Sure.
That's fair enough. If you want to give them to me, I can maybe use the. Is my shovel like super broken at this point?
It's got a big dent in it, but it's still usable.
Okay, I'll take the skeleton from Eamon and go back over to another part of the sort of copse of trees and see if I can't find somewhere I can dig a grave.
Yeah.
It's not going to be very deep.
It's not gonna be very deep because the ground is hard, and so if you could roll me something.
Athletics.
Yeah, roll me some athletics to dig in this hard ground.
Right. Yeah, I'm not at advantage because...
Yeah, no advantage, please.
21!
Okay, yeah. It's a little bit of hard work, but you get a pretty decent sized grave put together for this skeleton man.
We ruled that I can cast ceremony as a ritual, right?
Yeah. Just because it...
I would like to.
Whatever.
I would like to cast the funeral ceremony,
Okay.
which prevents this skeleton from rising as an undead for the next 7 days, and I think has some other effects too.
You think if it would rise as an undead, it probably would have done it by now, but sure, why not?
Still,
As part of that,
it feels right. It feels right.
Yeah.
It feels right.
as part of that, Brimstone's gonna take 2 silver pieces and put them on the eyes of the skeleton.
Nice.
I think he's going in the other direction, if this is any indication.
What do you mean the other direction?
There's only
Never
one
mind.
direction.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
man.
people and shitty people use the ferry the same way, man.
Sure. That's not what I learned, but, different cults, different strokes.
You just called your own religion
Okay.
a cult?
You did!
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call what I do a religion. It's just old tradition.
Different religions for different. Eamon will kind of mumble a bit and then go pull the axe out of the tree.
Cool.
Brimstone will go back over to where Zelfian is and just kind of sit there, standing next to her. And he'll whisper as Eamon's doing this, if you're dead set on helping me with that, we should talk a little bit about it when we have a moment later. Just more specifics.
Okay.
She'll just glance over at him and nod.
So,
Thank you, by the way.
at this point, you hear a aha! And Davian, comes out of the tree roots that have kind of overgrown in an area. And his hands are now covered in, dirt and mud.
Mhm.
But in his one hand, he is holding what looks to be some kind of amulet. And he,
Ooh.
shuffles over with his, little old man legs with gears tromping behind him and goes, "We found a thing! Is this what you're looking for?"
We don't know what we were looking for. We were looking for something.
Well,
Do you mind
we
if
found
I-
a thing.
If Riley's not here, I mean, I guess I'm the one who should probably take a look at that.
So, yeah.
I mean, I could lick it, but beyond that, I can't tell you much about it, probably.
Please, I'm begging you, do not lick it.
Lick it, Eamon.
So,
Lick it.
I'd like to roll a religion check on it.
Sure.
You guys lick
As
it.
part of that relation check, will you lick it?
Please lick
I'll
it.
sniff it, but I won't lick it.
Zelfine's just massaging her temples at this point, like, oh,
Thought Riley was annoying.
That's a 16 on the religion check on this weird
Okay.
medallion.
So, just taking a look at it, it seems to be shaped like a sun with a big red ruby in the center of it, little designs around the edge, and on a gold chain. You get some good energy off of it, but you don't recognize it per se.
Is this the same sun that was at the church?
Yeah, it looks very similar to what you've seen at the churches around.
I go, Lathander, he's a good guy.
Yeah, well, yes. The Morning Lord, he's very good around here. I mean, he would be if he was around. I mean, pretty sure all the gods have abandoned us for dead, but that's the way it goes.
I have. I mean,
What a downer.
look,
Look, it's the way things are in Barovia. Everything's a downer.
I can still do this, and then I'll make like a few miscellaneous divine sparks fly out of my head, so they haven't entirely abandoned you.
But they haven't done much good for me lately, but,
That's fair. You can hold the amulet if you want.
well, I suppose. Why not? I found it. And he just kind of, like, pins it to his jacket.
That's cute. He's
Anyways.
just like a bird.
Yep.
Do you
Like,
want to
oh, shiny,
chop
I
it
like
down?
Well, you could try chopping it down. I
Set
have
it on
heard
fire?
that's probably the preferable thing to do. I have heard that this tree, it does not go down so easily. Clearly, as you can see, the man that has been dead at the floor of it.
Well, do we...
Yeah.
Shall we rest first, then?
Shall we save before this boss fight?
Lol.
It's okay. Well,
Let's rest first.
Short rest.
Okay. So as you guys are resting, we're gonna cut back to the winery and check in on Riley and see what's up with her.
oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna make dice ignore me. I'm just gonna...
Cool.
So, Riley, you just witnessed a child getting killed. Where are you now?
It's not great, fam. Probably went back inside and crawled into a corner and is in the fetal position, crying.
So, I'm gonna say you found like a small part of the winery that was kind of tucked away, and as you're crying, the door opens and in wanders the teenager that he had been teaching before, and he's got like tears streaked down his eyes, and he stops as he sees you. Goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was also looking for a place. I'll go somewhere else."
Yeah, no, it's fine. She's like rubbing her eyes and like, it's like, okay. I stopped crying. Hey, how are you doing?
Not great. Vigo, he was so young. I didn't think he would get killed like.
Yeah, it's unthinkable. I'm so sorry.
We try to do good in this world, and what does it do? It kills my brother. Kills my baby brother.
Don't get discouraged. Just because this happened. You have to keep doing good. Despite all the bad that's going on.
That is what Papa says.
He's a smart man.
Do you mind if I sit by you? I don't want to be completely alone.
Oh, sure, go ahead. Yeah, and she pats the floor.
Yeah. So he'll curl up next to you and he kind of starts crying a bit.
She'll wrap her cloak around him.
Oh. I love it.
I'm gonna cry in real life. How dare you?
How dare.
I might sound like I'm crying,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm actually just still sick.
No.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
don't
as
tell
I
anyone.
blow my
Adds-
nose
adds
into
the
the
theatrics of it.
Yeah, no.
blow my damn nose into the microphone. I'm sorry. There we go.
I don't have a cold as an excuse.
Yeah. So this teenager's kind of sitting next to you and crying a bit.
Mhm.
Is there anything else you want to do around here?
Oh man, I don't know.
Just sit and cry?
Oh, sit and cry, but I hope my friends are okay and not fighting a tree.
Yeah, it's great. It's fine. All right. I think we're gonna cut back to the tree now because I didn't have anything really planned there.
You got it.
It was good. That was a good moment, though. I liked it.
Good.
It was really cute. I may have cried a little bit.
Oh. So we're back at the tree. You guys have rested for a little bit. In the time that you've rested, like another twig blight has like shown up and scuttled up to the tree. I'm assuming that somebody steps on it and crushes it.
I actually axe it a question, like I chop it in half.
Great. Don't have to even roll for that. It's just you did.
No.
But it seems
Stop.
like roll me like a nature check.
I don't
Please.
good at that.
I know.
I'm bad at that.
Somebody roll me a nature check.
I got
I'll
a
roll
10.
I'll roll a nature check. Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm proficient in
I got it.
nature.
You're really?
Roll the 13.
Yeah.
What?
I got a
Since
13.
when?
Since forever. I've always been proficient in nature. I'm proficient in 3 things.
That sounds fake.
Wait, 3? You're a barbarian. You're supposed to have 4.
Am I?
Yes.
Are you
barbarians?
crazy, Sheriff?
The secret come out.
Yes.
Is Brimstone suboptimal?
You get 2 backgrounds. you get 2
No, I don't
background
get-
skills.
I don't
And
get
you
you
get-
background skills. I'm a haunted one.
What?
Oh yeah.
Haunted one gets
Do you
weird
not
stuff. I don't get like the regular 2 background skills from being a haunted one.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I
I
didn't
get a
know
sad
that.
backstory instead.
Dun, dun.
And everyone feels bad for you. 'Cause
Yes.
you're so
No, it
sad.
says choose
Should the
2
skill
from Arcana, Investigation, Religion, and Survival. So you get
Yeah.
Investigation, Arcana, or Religion in addition to your Haunted One background.
Hold on. Okay, no, barbarians do not get proficiency in Arcana. I don't know what you're reading.
No,
That just seems
it's
weird.
it's the Haunted One background.
Let me find this. Hold on.
While,
This is-
while we do
Everybody
that,
checks
Please
their
hold.
books.
can the skill monkey also make a nature check?
Yes, please do. You rolled a 7.
Oh, never mind.
I did the best out of all of us.
I don't give a fuck about that twig blight.
You don't care. Yeah, Zofia is just thinking still about
I'm over
druids. She's just thinking
No,
about
it's
druids.
choose one. It's choose one, Dan. I'm looking at
Huh.
the thing from the Curse's Drop Book. It says choose one.
Didn't
And I
know that.
chose survival. I'm proficient in athletics, nature, and survival. That's it.
Yeah, I couldn't find it, but I wasn't looking too hard, so.
No,
we'll
you're
put
right.
that.
You're right. I didn't know that.
Good
Yeah.
to know. So,
I'm pretty suboptimal.
Brimstone. As you kind of look at this tree, you get kind of the idea that maybe things are drawn to this tree, but that's about it. With you only rolled a 13, so that's like the general idea you got from it.
Yeah.
Brimstone, I think it's time we light this thing ablaze.
All right. I'm going to go into my bag. I'm going to take out a torch. And I'm going to light the torch. And I'm going to yeah, I'm just gonna throw the torch at the base of the tree and stand back.
Okay.
Me as well.
So it starts to catch fire.
Good signs.
No, don't block the pop-up. Always allow block. Done. Please, I need the thing. I wanted someone else to roll nature, because none of you rolled good.
Y'all suck.
We all tried.
Come on, Raj. You can be a good boy and roll nature for me.
Raj, please save these fools.
Yep. But yeah,
Eamon will take out a bag of marshmallows and stand way too close to the. Nah, I'm kidding.
oh my god. But yeah, it starts to catch fire. But it seems to be having a little bit of trouble getting all the way up the... all that good
Can I
stuff.
use my thaumaturgy to increase the size of the fire?
Yeah, that'll do it. What is nature? Nature is intelligence. Okay. Yeah, Raj had got no idea. He's just like, that seems like a good idea.
This is
dear.
all just bad. I don't like.
Hey man, this is the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes we just don't know.
Yep. Hey, Gears, roll me some nature.
Please, Kirsten.
Nope.
It's destined. Leanne is just destined. We don't know.
No.
Y'all are gonna
It's
Roll the
die.
32. Seems
Yep.
like setting tree on fire is the best way to end this. Yep.
Jesus Christmas. Oh no.
Where's Davian's sheet? Somebody fucking
Guys, Leanne, just let it happen. Let us get owned by this giant tree blight.
It is fate.
Oh God. What did he?
I'm really glad Riley isn't here.
Wow, 14, David.
Well, yeah. He's like, yeah, that seems legit. Okay.
Should I roll a nature check from afar? Just
You know
because-
what? You know what? Just
for
fucking
shits
do
and
it.
giggles.
Just for shits and
I'm
giggles.
Just-
shits and giggles.
Let's see what happens.
21.
Don't you? Oh no!
Okay. So
Oh man.
way back at the Martikovs, Riley gets like this sudden burst of inspiration. Hey, that tree that we saw in the distance, I bet they need to uproot it before it to actually completely finish this.
Sure would be great if we knew that.
Sure would
Oops.
be great if you knew that you had to uproot it.
Well, actually, Eamon was already. I was actually going to suggest digging it up afterwards, but
Okay. That's just
But now it's on fire.
now it's on
Yeah,
fire.
I bet they'll know.
I meant the remains.
Yep. It's burning, but it's just burning for a very long time. It's doesn't seem to be collapsing in on itself or anything yet. Because
Is it gonna burn? Well,
I'm trying to figure out
What if we-
numbers wise, because this tree has 250 HP,
Oh, good to know.
Jesus.
and I'm like,
Well.
how much fire? How many rounds of fire does it take to burn a tree down?
I mean, so let's take the average of 1d4, which is what we rolled for a fire before, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's like 2 on average. But if it's vulnerable to fire, if it's vulnerable to fire, then that we can bump that up to 4.
I did pile kindling around it, and Brimstone did thaumaturgy it.
Fun thing, it's not really weak to fire. It's because it's almost petrified.
Okay, so
Is it at least
let's-
burning a little bit?
It's burning. It's just not weak
Let's
to
do
it.
let's do 250 divided by 2 per round. So an average of 125 rounds divided by 6 seconds is
No, it's times 6 seconds.
times 6. So times
So
6 seconds.
750 seconds. 750 divided by 60 is. It'll
like
take
12
12 and a half minutes.
Yeah.
Cool. So
If we-
Okay.
after about 12 and a half minutes, where you can talk during this time as you watch this tree burn. It,
There's something strangely therapeutic about this.
eventually the
You'll have the bonfire party.
yeah, it just turned into a giant bonfire, but eventually it runs out of tree to burn, and it kind of settles down and becomes like a charred husk, but the roots are still buried into the ground.
Shall we, Eamon, do you want to help me knock it over now?
Yeah, and maybe dig those out.
All right, so me and Eamon are gonna make, I guess, like an assisted athletics check.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little stronger, so I'll roll it with advantage.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have to actually fight the tree, but
No.
Leanna's apparently pulling punches.
No, you guys got the stone out. The stone is the thing that makes it alive.
Right. Yeah, Damien got the stone out earlier.
Yeah, Davian MVP.
Does that mean the Druids were like dancing around it for like 2 days going like, what the fuck is wrong with this tree?
No, they knew.
What is up with this tree?
What happened?
No.
What is going on?
You guys took the stone, so they were like, when you came back, they were devising a plan to go back to the Mardikovs to get it back again.
Ooh.
And then we came and kicked their asses.
Yeah.
Good job,
That is
y'all.
exactly what
Wow.
happened.
We, as is our usual MO, we accidentally did really great here.
Yep.
Actually, to be honest, Damien was the MVP. We didn't do all that much.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why he was the ally that we were supposed to go find.
Yeah.
Because he does stuff like this.
Like,
Oh, right. He was the Raven in the something or other.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
If you hadn't taken him along, the tree would have come to life because nobody
'cause we-
spotted that in the.
Nobody noticed.
As I recall, like, we were hesitating about having him come along as well. We were like, are you sure? And he's like, yes. I'm
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Man.
glad we did not.
No, you
hesitate.
would have had
God,
to fight the
yeah.
tree if he wasn't there. Didn't pull the stone out.
Bless Daddy.
Damon will chop up the bits and dig up the roots.
Oh wait, hold on. We
You
have to
can't
resolve that
chop
athletics
up
check
the-
before we even knock it. We haven't even knocked it over properly yet. We
You
haven't
can knock
resolved
it
that
I rolled a
athletics check.
24.
Yeah, he pushes it over. But as you try to chop with like a regular, okay, what are you using to chop?
No, I'm using tree.
Okay.
I'm using the axe I found in
Okay,
the tree.
then that works. That works then. That's one of the few things that will work.
It's a magical axe. Why wouldn't I use it to chop down a tree?
Yep, you got it. Also,
I quite like this axe.
I need to give you the actual stats and stuff.
Ooh.
You can add it to your
This
stuff.
axe,
Where is tree?
friendship
Once per
ends
day,
with Warhammer.
once per day, you can use the axe to chop down one tree that you can see.
Yep. Could have done that.
The axe of efficient lumberjacking.
What was the, no, that's an Adventure Zone thing.
Yeah, it
what
is.
was the name of
Yeah,
the
rail
axe
splitter.
Magnus had?
Yeah, it was Rail Splitter.
Yeah.
Rail Splitter, that's what it's called.
Provide more trees, Leanne.
I mean, you're in Barovia. There's a handful of trees.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Okay. When the axe hits a plant, whether an ordinary plant or a plant creature, it takes an extra 1d8 slashing damage. If a creature of non-good alignment wields the axe, then it sprouts thorns.
Wow, so yeah, you're literally the only one of us who can use this axe.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's the idea that you get from it, from all your paladin trading. That's the archonic energy that you get off this axe. So yeah,
Well,
if Brimstone
I
had
guess-
tried to grab it, it would have poked him in his hand.
Good.
Ow.
He's a barbarian. He's good at taking damage.
Technically
Good at taking
speaking,
pokes.
1 damage rounded down, 1 damage halved, and
it's
then
considered
rounded down.
magical.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
No,
hold
but-
on. I think I'm still resistant to magical damage. It's
yeah,
still
you
one.
are. So it would have it, which makes it 0 damage if you're raging.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I'm not.
Not me.
Who knows?
Who
I'm not
knows?
really the axe.
As the
This is
dungeon
anonymous.
master, I have no fucking clue.
Is this called? So does Eamon intuit that the axe's name is Treebane,
Yeah.
as is posted in chat?
You know that.
Nah, he just names it that.
You just name it that. That's what you decide this is a good name for it.
I think I'm gonna call this axe Treebane.
Because you baned a tree with it. It was the bane of a tree. Tree baney bane. Bane?
Speaking of Bane,
Break the Batman's back. Yay!
Yes.
Batman. You trust nobody, Batman.
I broke her back, Batman.
Oh my god.
Technically, though, isn't Straw Batman?
Yes.
Very good time.
Yes, please,
Oh,
Batman.
God,
Go
yes.
break Strahd's back, please.
Please break Strauss back. Please it.
You
Oh
merely
god.
adopted the darkness, but I was born in it. Raised in it.
Okay.
Need a bat?
Stupid. This is stupid.
Great.
Oh my god, Eamon gets another helmet with a voice changer module.
Oh my
Oh
god.
god.
Just sets it to
And
that.
Amos is becoming Bane now.
Oh
and
no.
Baneman.
Damon.
Anyways,
Anyway,
And
so
back
yes,
up to
you
four
push this tree
javelins.
over, and you start chopping it up with tree bane. It's all
You know
like
that would
burnt
be
and
not-
crispy and full of charcoal. You get charcoal on you.
that's
Princeton,
okay.
not knowing that the stone was the thing that did this, was like, I kind of expected it to like come alive or something.
Yeah, me too.
Why would it do that? That's just silly.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right. I don't know what I was thinking. They were probably crazy to begin with.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
clearly this thing is drawing blights to it, but that's about all I got out of it.
Well, and then as Eamon sort of digs up the rest of the roots and chops them up and then burns them,
Yep.
um,
I'm gonna say like this whole
Probably-
process takes like an extra like half an hour.
yeah, but it's like, I feel like it's quite pleasant, actually. It's kind of cathartic.
Cool.
Framing.
Everybody else is just
No.
watching Eamon chop up this tree and
Yeah,
set it
none
on
of us get
fire.
those good the rest of us get those good exercise endorphins that you're getting right now.
They're just staring awkwardly. In fact,
All right,
like I'm
and,
gonna say, as you guys are staring, you also notice like that big old curtain of fog at the edge of the forest, and Zelphine, you think you see a hawk on the other side, just beyond the veil, flying. It glances at you.
Zelfin glares at it.
It goes and lands on a tree on the other side of the fog.
Eamon will start singing, I'm a paladin and I'm okay. I pray all night and I fight all day.
What, Zelfine, what? Do I see anything on the other side of the fog? Because I can clearly see where Zelfine's looking, right?
You think you see, like, a woman on the other side, kind of walking. A vaguely familiar looking woman.
Oh, boy. You don't see what I see, do you, Zelfine?
Unless you see a hawk, then I imagine no.
Nope. I see a bad memory.
Somebody that you used to know.
Somebody that I used to know.
Get out of here, Gyoti.
No.
Yeah, he just says he just sees a bad memory. Is
Cool.
what he said.
Well, then we might see something similar after all. And she's just kind of shift around and turn her back on it.
Yep. You hear Davia go, be careful getting too close to that. It's called the Wall of Whispers. Is that actually what it's called? Whispering Wall. It's called the Whispering Wall.
Does it say stuff?
Yes.
He's clearly
Apparently,
trying to deceive whatever it is.
No, from what I understand, it just has whispers of the past. There's a reason why this is called Yester Hill.
Huh.
Usually we see the village. Apparently that is where Strahd used to live. On the edge of this, just outside of his reach. I think the dark powers are taunting him, I don't know. This is just what I hear. It's all rumors.
And this wall of whispering just it can't be helpful to anybody, can it?
No, probably not. I mean, I've heard stories of people going to the fog and they do not make it out.
Eamon will walk up sort of close to it, and he'll pick up a stone and he'll chuck it into the wall of whispers.
Hey, as you get close to the wall of fog, you hear a voice. My dear Almung, I'm so sorry. I wish I could stay, I really do. If I do not go, though, they will take me by force. With any luck, you will never have to understand why I had to leave you. Be safe, my little... And it just fades off.
Eamon will kind of sit down. Eamon will actually like sit down right there and kind of look at his hands for a little bit and sort of look down. And then he'll get up and walk back and say, we should go now.
As you start to turn and leave, you hear another voice that is cold, and you know it just all too well. By Orcish law, his riches, his children, and all that is his is now mine.
Fuck.
Eamon, I don't know if he's cried before, but you actually see Eamon is starting to tear up. And then he says louder, we need to go now. And he's sort of walking away from the wall, but now he's kind of stumbling a bit.
Brimstone walks up to Eamon.
Don't go near it.
I'm not.
It's bad. It's bad.
Eamon, look at me.
Eamon is kind of breathing. He's breathing heavily. If you didn't know better, you'd say he was having a panic attack. But he's trying very hard to keep it under wraps.
Eamon, look at me. What is your name?
I don't know. And then he just keeps walking.
Eamon, look at me. What is my name?
Brimstone.
Mm-hmm. And he points to Zelfine. What is her name?
Zelfine.
What is your god's name?
Tyr.
Where are we?
Barovia.
Do we have anybody else here with us?
She's back at the Mardikovs. I'm sorry. Brimstone, I'm fine. I need to get out of here. We need to leave now.
So you're not fine. Alright. Let's go.
No, Brimstone, I'm not fine. I'm fine, but I'm not fine.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that I would never have to hear that voice again.
Brimstone just kind of nods and walks with him back to the rest of the group.
Even no.
Eamon is just... When he gets back to the group, he's shaking a little bit. He's not saying any words. He seems just dead inside.
Yeah. Raj will run over to you and like stick a hand on your shoulder. Are you alright?
I just need some time. I just need some time.
Alright. If you need to talk about it, I'm here. And he flashes you a big smile.
Thank you. I need some time.
Alright, we got the tree dead. Let's go! I hate this place. It's all grassy and... It, like...
Did any...
Gears is just not paying attention and just in the corner.
Did any of you see my helmet?
No, I didn't.
Nah, none of you really looked.
Eamon will kind of shake his head and say, good. And then he'll keep walking.
As we leave, in the area where the Strahd effigy is,
Yep.
Brimstone's going to go into the very center of that, and he's going to take the glaive, and he's just kind of carve out a little hole in the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to take 2 gold out of his pocket, and he's going to drop it in the hole, and he's going to look around the hill and say, I know there's not enough for all of you at once, but for your further journey. And he's going to return back to the rest of the group.
Cool.
How many great axes do we get from this ordeal?
How
many were there?
How many berserkers were there?
How many can you carry?
Let me just
I
double
think
check.
there were like 4, maybe?
5?
You know better than me.
Yeah, let me just check
Hey.
my book. I've deleted them all off the map, right? So I don't...
He fucking deleted them.
I see 4 on the map right now.
Yeah, they're in the corner. There was more than that, though.
I feel like 4 is right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't even
there
there.
was 6 berserkers, but you killed, I think, 1 beforehand.
Okay, so we have 5 great axes, so
Yeah.
I'll put 4 on my sheet.
Yeah.
And I'll give 1 to Damien if he wants it. And yeah.
Okay. Well, he
We'll
like kind
carry
of
these.
awkwardly lifts it and goes, I don't think I am strong enough to here, Raj, and he hands it to Raj and like, oh, and he like almost falls over. I'm not really strong.
You don't
enough
have
for
to use
either."
it, just carry it back so I don't have to carry all 4 at the same time.
All right, I think
Eamon,
I'll try.
just give me some of them.
Okay, so Eamon and Brim will both carry 2 each.
Okay, good.
No, wait, Brim will carry 3. But I don't know.
Strong boys.
The strong boys. Like, Raj may be an orc, but he's not actually super strong. And Davian is a small little bird man.
He's like 70 also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like 70. He's only got a
Little bird
strength
man.
of 10.
Anyways, we'll
Raj-
take them
Better than
back.
Riley.
Raj is actually stronger than I thought. He's got like 14 strength, but, you know.
That's almost as strong as Brimstone.
Yeah, he's fine.
Strong!
He just is not used to carrying weapons, so he just doesn't like it.
He's just like, oh no, it's
Anyway.
so heavy.
Yep.
So we'll head back.
So yeah, you start heading back. It's, again, that
Oh dear.
that chunk of time. It's getting a bit dark. Well, I mean, it's already dark.
As-
because... Sorry.
As Zelphine had seen like how the wall affected Eamon, she had stood and like she didn't move any closer to it, but she did turn around and just kind of stare at it for a little while again. But when she sees everybody starting to head out, she'll follow.
As you start to walk away, you hear like a voice as well, one that you recognize all too well, going, "Oh, Goldie, don't you understand? Once a wolf, always a wolf."
Love it. She doesn't react. She just keeps walking.
Sorry,
First off, how dare you?
I had some for everybody, and only 2 of you got even remotely close to it. Come on.
Well, no, I went up to where Eamon was.
Yeah,
I walked up.
but he at that point had kind of wandered away from it.
Yeah.
You'd probably just hear wolves howling if you got even remotely close to it at this point.
Sounds fine.
Yep, it's great.
It's good, it's fine.
It's fine and good and not at all distressing. Move everybody over to the main map. Now, where are we on the map?
You guys got lost.
Yep.
We've traveled this road like 3 times at this point.
Oh yeah, no, it's just it's not loading at the moment. But I'm just trying to remember how long it takes to get from point A to point B. I think it's like 3 hours. And it's getting a little dark.
1 mile.
Sorry?
1 square is a quarter mile.
Yes, but that doesn't help me.
Yeah, there's a list in the book of like how long it takes to get between places. I think.
Yeah. But I also have like a version of the map somewhere in one of these many tabs with times put on it. Yes, it's 3 hours plus an extra hour to get from the edge of the forest to the Mardikovs. But yeah.
It's 9 hexes. 9 hexes is about 2.5 miles. 2.25 miles.
And there's the map.
So probably about an hour.
This might be overestimating some things. But regardless, it takes you a bit of time, and unless you have anything particular to say... Kitty.
Oh, that was my door squeak.
Oh. That's just a door.
I'm looking for my kitty though.
Kitty. Just make sure everything is loading correctly. Yeah, no, my browser's crashing on me. Just a second. There it goes.
Oh no!
That's what I want to do. There we go. Haha! Oh, hello. We're around here. We'll say you guys get to... Am I on the right layer? Yes. It just doesn't want to click on anything.
Being difficult today.
It's being difficult, and I don't know why. Anyways, you get about most of the way there when you see, walking across the road, a man in a red coat with his brown hair kind of in his face, and he looks a little disgruntled. And Brimstone, you recognize this man as the man you've been talking to the last few nights, and everybody else would recognize him as the vampire spawn that attacked you at the camp.
Get him! Get him!
As he spots you, his disgruntled face turns into a smile and goes, "Huh, it's you guys. Hey, elf lady. My boss has a message for you."
Eamon's actually not going to wait for him to talk. He's actually going to Misty step behind him and then hit him with Treebane.
Oh, good.
Jesus!
Yeah, Zilkeen's drawing her silver short sword.
Great.
Like some Dragon Ball Z shit.
He would like to do a level 2 Divine Smite.
Can I get you all to instead roll me initiative?
Yep. Here we go.
Because
Okay.
Natural one. Here we go. Oh, that's not right.
Great. Great.
14.
I was 1 second. I was not actually prepared for a fight, despite all this.
You kidding me?
It's this guy's fault for walking in just down the road towards us.
Okay,
Yeah.
How far away is he?
He's a pretty he's at the other end of the close enough that he could shout to you. That's about it.
So 60 feet?
Yeah, he's 60 feet.
Good enough. So long as he's within 60 feet, I can get to him.
90 feet even if you can move.
No, Misty Feet is within 30 feet, and
Right.
my movement is 30.
Go up.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay,
Teleports behind you, nothing personnel, kiddo.
great. Yeah, no, he doesn't even get to say. He just smirks and then will roll an attack in a minute because I didn't have the turn tracker open, so none of these initiatives went in.
Do you want to just do Theater of the Mind for this one? Or?
Yeah, we're going to do it, but I still need to write down the initiative order. And then
I am kind of curious what he wants to say, but he is a dick, so.
he's a major dick.
He's a vampire, though. This is...
Well,
This
I
is,
mean, he did kill a kid, so that's.
We don't
why
know that
he's
yet.
big.
Yeah,
I know, you
Yeah.
guys
don't.
don't know that yet, so.
Eamon just sees vampire, and then it's like, time to do paladin stuff.
Time to do what I do best.
Episode of the 1 vampire spawn.
Title it Dick Tavio.
Yep.
We can't title the episode Dick Tavio.
We can.
No, I mean on the turn tracker.
Oh yeah.
God.
If we could, YouTube, if we could.
If we could. Good lord. These nerds. Rolling so good.
Wow, what does that feel like?
I don't know. And whoop, I put Davian on there twice. It's supposed to be Raj. was expecting just a short encounter, not a fight, so we'll see what happens. We'll see.
Something tells me this is not going to be that long a fight.
Oh no, it's not. He's probably going to run. But I'm gonna...
Like the bitch he is.
He is a bitch.
Oh no, he's not running. He's not running.
Oh boy.
There we go.
I don't suppose there's time for me to get my Vow of Entity out before the combat starts.
No, not if you're not if you're
The first
planning
thing
on
you're doing
attacking
is
first
missing
thing.
Fair enough.
Like if you're just running in and going, then yeah, which is you go up first. That is what you do. Roll me an attack.
Do I need to Misty Step to get there?
Yes.
Okay. So Eamon will raise Treebane above his head, start running, make like a jumping slash motion, but in midair teleport, and then be
that's cool
as he brings his axe down right in front of him.
Oh fuck.
Great.
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
god, you have got to be kidding
Holy
me.
shit, you crit.
Okay,
Oh.
and I'm going to level 2 Divine Smite that. And guess what? You get to double your damage on a Divine Smite
Sure do.
as well.
God.
And so that
Dahlia's
is
dead.
8d8 radiant damage
Oh my god.
Holy
and
shit.
3d8 plus 5 slashing damage.
Fucking obliterated. Kill him.
Great.
So that is that's 19 slashing damage, 8d8, and 36 radiant
Holy
damage.
shit.
Holy shit.
So
Man,
you just
good day for
like
Eamon.
zoom right behind, like slash him in the back of his coat, cut down deep, and he lets out a loud yell and almost topples forward, blood dripping from him. His fangs like.
Oh,
come
and I
out.
get another attack.
Oh, good. Go for
God.
it.
Oh my god.
Are you at a, hey, Dan, I hate to be that guy, but are you at advantage for these?
No, I'm not, but because it was the first roll,
Yeah.
on
Make
the nat
sure
20.
you turn advantage off for the next one.
Yes, I did turn it off.
Cool.
That's a 17 on the second one.
Great.
Oh my god.
And I'm assuming he's bloodied.
Yeah, like he was bloodied on the first hit. Great.
When I did, oh wait a second, I gotta do the math. 19 plus 36, 55 damage in one swing.
Fuck.
Yep.
And then on my second one, I do 12, and I'm going to Divine Smite again,
Do you
which
even
is
need it?
another 3d8. So that's another 25 points of damage. So I did a total of 80 points of damage.
Does he fucking melt?
No. But he basically collapses into a heap.
And I'm gonna put a foot on his chest. I'm gonna give him just the most vicious death stare that you've ever seen. And I'm gonna go, the maimed god sends his regards.
Great.
Jesus.
He's just completely covered in blood. His eyes are like bright red, bangs out, snarling. And then Davian like can't get up quite that far. He gets up
And I
about
say,
30
if
feet
you-
and goes, "Finish him off!"
I say, if you have a message, you got about 5 seconds.
Yeah. I'm gonna skip Gears and Raj because they're just kind of stunned by this display. And cut to Zelphine. You're a bit too far away to get too close to this guy. He basically got I got a message for you, Elfley, and then he gets like smacked.
And then
She could cunning ash and dash dam though, right?
Yeah, she could get right up there if she really wanted to.
Yeah, that'll be what she does. I'm gonna cunning action dash and get all the way up there.
Cool.
And just be there. Growling at this guy.
He like it looks really upset, but he's like trying to force a fake smile onto his face and goes, Elf lady, boss says if you change your contract around to where the delivery goes, maybe he'll let you go.
What?
What?
The contract that she has, if she changed the delivery point, perhaps we'll let her go out of Barovia.
Eamon will kind of look directly at Zelphine and then look back down to him. And I'd like to make an insight check to see if this vampire is trying to do some gross, disgusting psychological manipulation.
Alright, yeah, go for it.
I got a 23.
You think whatever he's talking about, he believes that it's true. Whatever this contract is, this vampire thinks that it's a thing that exists.
Can I take my turn?
Yeah.
Brimstone's gonna just walk up his 40 feet. Actually, yeah, he'll spend all of his movement to get up to Rictavia.
I feel like such a badass right now. I'm sorry.
should.
No,
No,
You
that
are
was
badass.
good.
Holy shit!
Are badass. That was fucking rad.
That's awesome.
He looks up
Looks
at
down
you,
at-
Brimstone, and goes, "Come on, buddy, we've had some fun times. You're not gonna let this guy kill me, are ya?"
Oh no, I am.
Yes!
You were a fool, Rictavio. If you wanted to keep taunting us with your information, you should have stayed in the shadows. Your mistake to go walking down a road looking for us.
Well, I wasn't looking for you.
Well, you found us.
God, what a fucking day. Anyways, come on.
You came from the Martikovs. You must have.
Well, yes, of course. He, at this point, looks over at Davian and goes, "I'm not sorry."
Aim and I leave this to you, and Brimstone will continue walking.
Great! Hey, Eamon.
I'm gonna
Tell me
vow of amity just for advantage, and then I'm gonna bring the axe down again.
Yeah.
Fucking
another-
destroy him.
You have another second. Oh no, you're using first level speed
Thankfully-
right? Right.
Thankfully, I have advantage. So that's a 16.
Yeah, that'll
Does
hit.
that hit?
You decapitate him. Tell me a story.
Oh,
Tell me a story about how this goes down.
as he's so I hit him real hard with the first one, right?
Yes. You hit him so hard that he basically collapsed into a heap.
As I'm going, how long is his hair?
It's about shoulder length.
I'm going to, you know what? I'm just going to I'm going to put my leg on his back, put my foot on his back, and just split his skull in half with my axe.
Great.
Using radiant damage
And-
is part of that, yeah.
It just
I didn't even need to use the divine smite.
didn't even need to, no. He's just on the ground, skull split open. Leaking
Make
out.
sure it's dead, Aemon. Make sure he's dead. Brimstone said he, not it.
I'm going to take out some, do I have any holy water?
I don't. If it's not on your sheet, you don't have it.
No, I don't have it, but I do have 25 silver pieces and a water skin, which I can use to make holy water. So I'm going to... Wait, actually, does he turn to ash or something?
Not right away. Because his head's still
Hey.
attached and you haven't, done anything else to him.
First of all, I'm gonna cut his head off because...
As you cut his head off, the body starts to disintegrate and leaving only the red, circus coat on the ground.
I'm gonna pick it up and use it. Does he have any other possessions on him? I'm gonna search the pile.
Yeah, he mostly just has, like, the circus gear on him. He's got, like, the coat, and he's got in his pocket, like, some beef jerky that is, like, kind of petrified. It's so old.
Ew. I'm gonna throw it on the ground. I'm gonna, like, kind of chuck it out, and then I'm gonna look at Brimstone and say, don't even fucking think about it.
Brimstone's just walking on at this point. He's gonna
Brimstone, okay, no, we're not. You guys are not. No, I heard what he said. And I don't want to believe him, but unfortunately, I think I do. And you guys have to answer for that. Because if you made a contract with Strahd von Zarovich, then I'm afraid I'm going to have to do something I really don't want to.
You assume much, Eamon, that you would trust the word of him over me.
And he was.
Trust me, I have not made any such contract with Strahd von Zarovich or anybody else like him.
He was also talking to Selfing, and yes, he didn't specifically say Strahd. He just said the contract that you're part of. Change the delivery location, and we'll let you go.
Eamon is talking to both of you, by the way. He's talking to both you and he's actually he's pointing his axe at you guys. He's clearly quite pissed. I want you to explain this to me now. No more secrets.
No more secrets. Eamon, I didn't make any deals with Strahd. And you're just going to have to believe me.
I do believe you, but I want to know why this vampire knew both of you.
Oh, because I met him.
And you didn't tell me.
No, because you would have done this. When I met him earlier, Eamon, I was getting information out of him as much as I could. Strahd has eyes everywhere. It's not like he can't see what we do. My thinking was if I could talk to somebody who worked with him, I could get a little bit more in return. That's all there was. And make no mistake, I assured him that if he raised his hand against any of you, I would be the first to come after him.
Eamon will smirk and say, well, maybe a little slow on that one, but I'll take your word.
I'm sorry, I can't teleport 30 feet.
You know, I just learned how to do that. But we're getting a little bit distracted. I still want to know what this contract is.
That contract is none of Strahd's business or yours, and I'll be delivering nothing to him.
Well, there's not a whole lot to deliver it to now, but I'm not sure I'm satisfied by that answer.
Then you're going to have to deal with that.
Eamon will raise his axe, grunt, and then sheath it. Fine then. But just so you know, I can't trust you if you're going to be keeping secrets like this. You can have as many other secrets as you want, but when it comes to Strahd's minions, I need full transparency.
She already says her contract has nothing to do with Strahd.
It better not. And then Eamon will keep walking. But he is going to keep the circus coat because he thinks Riley might like it.
Well, at this point, there's a giant gash in it. It's like, she'd have to fix it.
Well, she can mend it, and she has mending and prestidigitation, doesn't she?
Yep. I'm just saying, there's a big old gash in it, and it's basically in tatters after what you did to him.
I took one slash. It was very clean, okay?
It's gonna use a lot of mending.
You took 3 slashes.
No. I took one slash that was real big. Okay, actually, yes.
Yeah, you fucking eviscerated his coat, man.
You eviscerated this person and the coat he was wearing. Don't dealt 80 damage to one round.
It.
You know what? I'm not gonna. Oh no, I didn't deal 80 damage with one round. I dealt 80 damage with one attack. Sorry,
Yeah.
no, 80 damage in 1 round. My mistake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
Anyways,
like-
let's go back.
You see Davian, like, look a little concerned now, like, what did he mean he's not sorry? What did he do?
Well, whatever it is, you've got your revenge.
That's not
That's not how
a...
these things work,
good-
Eamon.
I don't like that. No. That's hardly a comfort. If I don't
I
know
think
what
we
it is
should
that
hurry
he did.
along our way.
Yes.
Hmm?
Yeah, no, you make your way downtown, walking fast, and you're homebound.
No. This is not a happy song.
Amond is a little bit cross, and he's sort of clenching this coat, or what's left of it. I don't know. It's got like three very big, but I will say very clean gashes in it.
Yeah, they're clean gashes. They're just, big 3
They
gashes.
can be mended, though. Don't worry. If you want to keep the coat.
And so as you make
Hey,
your way
Ryan,
back to the
We'll kind of
I
go.
brought your present.
No.
Brimstone's gonna hang back and like talk to Davian as we're going.
yeah, go for it.
He's gonna say, I appreciate that if he's done something to you or your family, which I fear he might have. He did say he was coming from your estate. We already have made our promises with regards to Strahd already, so there's not much more I can offer. But know that we are already on the path to destroying Strahd, regardless.
I don't know what to expect now. For all I know, he could have slaughtered my whole family.
I don't know what to tell you. I wish I did. But I don't believe that vengeance is a comfort.
It's not. Whatever it is, it won't be, but...
Again,
So-
I wish I could offer you more than just... I feel like empty words.
I really wish that I'd heard him say vengeance is not a comfort. Sorry.
No, you're too far ahead. Davian
Too
shakes
far ahead.
his head and goes, but the only way for me to know what has happened is to get back home. And
Stay with
So-
us. I get the sense that this won't be something you want to see alone.
thank you.
Huh.
Oh, sorry.
Suffice to say, I've known...
You're fine.
I've felt this kind of threat upon family before. If that is what it is. And I know the way it wrenches at the heart. And I don't want you to go through that.
I've already lost my Angelica long ago. And I have not spoken to Urwin in so long. It hurts when any of my family goes. I just hope that they're there.
Let's go then.
All right. Takes you a little bit, but yeah, as you start to get towards the winery, you see the odd crossbow bolt kind of stuck in the ground, and some blood on the grass.
It smells like
Amen.
like the blood of the vampire spawn.
Yeah, and blood that you don't recognize.
Eamon will just curse and swear and clench the coat more.
Rip it up more.
He's just so mad right now.
As you start to approach, the door opens and Stefina comes running out. Papa, Papa!
As
And she grabs onto Davian into an embrace. Tears streaming down
as
her
this is
face.
happening, Brimstone goes up to Aemond.
Yes.
Listen to me,
Mhm.
Aemond. I need you to listen to me right now. Whatever this was, we cannot blame ourselves for it. We weren't there. We couldn't have done anything about it. When we fought him earlier, he was too strong. Okay?
This
Don't
was
you
right.
blame yourself- Don't you dare blame yourself or any of us for this.
Oh, hey, isn't it also interesting that Brimstone called him Rictavio to his face? And nobody said anything.
That's very true.
I forgot, honestly. There was so much going on.
Yeah, I was too
Yeah,
busy being
Zelfie was
mad.
a little distracted.
Wait,
Dead in his
Rick-
eyes.
Isn't that interesting?
if Rick Tavio did this to someone here, then I won't have any choice, Brimstone. I'm sorry, but you not telling me was...
Also, Eamon would be like, what the hell? Why do you call him Rictavio? That's not his name.
Yeah.
Because this doesn't look anything like the Rictavio that you guys met.
How many Rictavios are there exactly?
There could be two there could be two Rictavios.
There's two.
It's a popular
Eamon,
in Barovia.
Eamon, what are you going to do? Kill me?
I'm not... No,
Eamon, we all make
Brimstone, I'm
mistakes.
not-
We all fuck up. I'll admit, I
This
didn't
is
think you were
not
gonna-
a...
Yes, it
Brimstone,
is,
this
Eamon.
is not a fuck up. This is a disaster.
It's still a fuck up, Eamon. I didn't know he was gonna do anything horrible to these
You
people.
know-
I threatened him. I told him not to.
Brimstone,
could
do you
have done
know? Brimstone.
Eamon, if
At the
he
end
really
of the
wanted
day-
to kill them, no, Eamon, if he really wanted to kill someone here, he could do it whether or not I told you about it.
Eamon will sigh. Brimstone. At the end of the day, it's Rictavio's fault, and not any of ours. But do you know how hard it is to trust you and to trust Zelfine when you're keeping these things from me?
I've
You
already offered
think
my
that just because
explanation.
Eamon will just walk off in a huff, clutching the cloak.
Yeah. And you hear...
Where is Riley?
As you pass Stefina, you hear, they killed Vigo. They killed my baby.
Eamon will drop the cloak and look at her. Who did?
That man, the vampire spawn, he showed up, attacked the dag, killed my son, ran off into the woods.
I can't offer you much aside from my condolences. And then he's going to pick up the coat and sort of unfurl it to reveal the axe marks and this.
Her hand goes over her mouth, and you
He's
killed
dead.
This is a small comfort, but it will not bring Vigo back.
No. And I'm very sorry. I also lost someone who was very precious to me to a vampire. And it's not always... You'll remember it for a long time, and it's hard to know when something like that will come up and start hurting again, but you're a strong woman, and I hope that this at least will give you some solace. And then Eamon will walk over and hug her.
Cool. She just starts crying, sobbing into your chest.
Shh, it's okay. It's okay. It's gonna
We're
be
still
okay.
standing apart with Zelfine, away from all this.
Great.
And Eamon will, if Eamon will walk Damien and Stefina.
Stefina.
Yeah.
Eamon will walk Damien and Stefina back inside.
Great. You guys are going to the kitchen. I'm going to make some tea. Raj and
I think-
Gears are kind of awkwardly off to the side, too, and going, well, maybe we'll go do some... Well, do your thing, Raj. Come on, let's go. And she, pushes him inside. He goes, oh, yeah, I guess I'll do that. And off they go inside.
Did he hurt anyone else? Sorry.
Yeah.
I asked, did he hurt anyone else?
He injured my husband, Dag, but he's recovering.
Where is he? I can heal him.
Oh, bless you. And she leads you into the bedroom where he is bandaged up on the bed.
Aemond will place a hand on him and lay on hands for you know what, he'll lay on hands for 10.
Cool.
I might as well use up the rest.
Yeah. That makes a visible difference in him, and he breathes in well.
And is he fully healed, or?
I'm gonna say probably not fully healed, but he's definitely looking better.
If he's not fully healed, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, now he's definitely fully healed, but he still will need to rest. So Stefina holds his hand, and he kind of looks really sad at her, and they nuzzle their heads together.
And I'm going to give him Rictavio's tattered cloak and say, it's not much, but he won't bother anyone ever again.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it, but it will not bring our child back.
No, but he won't be able to do this again to you or anyone else. I can't offer much in the way of bringing him back, but my job is to bring retribution, and if I can do that, it's something.
They nod, and I do not know if we should continue to stick our noses in where we don't belong, as he said, but I would much like to at least take a swing at them before I die.
And Aemond will lean the great axe up against the side of the bed.
Yep. And she'll nod at you, and when the time comes, you lot said that you were planning to take down the Strahd. If you do,
yes,
I'll be there for you. You cannot let this stand.
But I can't let you put yourself in danger, but
we're already in danger.
Aemond will nod. Where's Riley?
She wandered off somewhere to go cry.
Oh dear.
He doesn't know that. Shut up.
No, you're right. She wandered off somewhere. I do not know where.
Okay. And Aemond will go to find her and allow the DM the opportunity to cut to Brimstone and Zelphine.
Yep, let's cut back to them. What's up, you two?
Brimstone's just kind of standing outside, not saying anything, looking down at the blood and crossbow bolts and stuff. I should have warned them. I know I should have. I got greedy, I think, trying to get information. Saw the opportunity and see the danger I was putting people in.
Zelphine's just kind of standing there. She kind of keeps glancing around, at him and at the forest around. It almost looks like she, wants to leave, but she isn't moving. But when he says all of that, she'll just say, you took a risk and it didn't pay.
We take too many of those, I think.
Did you learn anything from him?
I learned that they are interested in Father Lucian in Vallaki, in installing somebody new as governor there. I don't know if we can use that, but I know that it seems that Strahd isn't happy with either Lady Lockdoor or the burgomaster there either.
We'll take any insight into his mind that we can get.
I don't know what we're gonna do. You don't have to tell me a thing about any contracts or anything. I don't need to hear it.
It's nothing to do with Strahd or Barovia. Just another thing for him to use against me.
Of course he's found us, whatever it is. He probably knows about all of us and all our pasts and things. It's terrifying. I feel like every day we're here, it's just a piling up of more and more information and weaknesses that can be used against us. Least of all this. Because now there's been seeds of doubt sown between us and Amy. There was disagreement before, but now there's distrust. I don't know what to do. Not that I've ever really known what to do. You've always been better about that than me, at least as long as we've been here.
Hardly. Maybe Eamon's right, though. If this is something that he's going to be using against us, we should take it away from him. And she's going to dig through her bag and pull out one of her journals and pull out a piece of paper from it that is just covered in blood.
Oh boy.
Hey,
oh boy, here we go.
Here it goes.
What did you do?
Full disclosure, Ian knows what this is, but Brimstone does not.
Hey, should I show it to the players?
Go ahead, read it.
She's gonna show it to Brimstone and say, it didn't have anything to do with Strahd, but it seems he's definitely got his sights set on Riley now.
Oh wow.
Brimstone
would look at it and say, I can't quite read it.
What does it say?
He can't read!
Brimstone will look around and then say, maybe this is something to discuss elsewhere, not out in the open. There was a stream by here, wasn't there?
I suppose you're right.
And I might have a story to tell you in return. So we'll go off to wherever it was that we had met the other time we were here.
Cool. Yeah.
And Brimstone will, I'm assuming, be read the details of this bloody piece of paper.
Yep.
Is that going to get posted in the Horrible Barovia time chat?
Yeah, I was trying to.
In just a moment.
Yep, I was trying to do a show all players kind of thing. I don't think it was working. I think Roll20's having a conniption, but it should show up in everybody's handouts.
Oh.
Yeah, it showed up for me. But I'm gonna put it in the Discord too.
Yeah, because I can't see it.
I see it.
It's contract.
It fucking sucks, doesn't it? Isn't it just awful?
Isn't it great? I love it.
Oh, fuck!
For those at home, I mean, I'll put it up on the screen, but it says, "You will deliver the girl to us. May this serve as a warning for what will happen should you fail." And at the bottom it's signed, 2 little swords stuck together with an eye in the middle. I wonder what that could mean.
Oh no!
So,
Strahd von
let's
Nope.
so let's fast forward a little bit to the bit where Shelbs has read this to where Zelfing has read this to Brimstone, and then we'll just have a conversation there.
Cool.
Oh no. I can't recover from this.
Hey! Eamon, you find Katie and a teenager in a room crying in the corner.
Oh, Katie's here.
Katie?
Not Riley. Katie
Riley.
popped up. Hello.
Katie's just here.
Hi, Katie.
Hey, it's Katie. Sorry you're in Barovia now.
Hello, real actual Katie. That's a nice hoodie that you're wearing.
Thanks. And you're doing great, Eamon. Keep it up.
Ah!
Thanks. Sorry,
Riley.
I'm gonna kind of look between them and go, I'm sorry, is this a bad time?
Oh, no, it's fine. Just, I'm assuming. Okay. Yeah, it's rough.
If it's any consolation, I took care of him. He won't be bothering anyone ever again.
You got him?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Eamon.
Look, my oath is called the Oath of Vengeance for a reason. And there are times when things are real crappy and awful, and there isn't much one can do except seek retribution. And when it's those times, I'll be there to give at least a little bit of solace in those dark times.
Yeah, thank you. How'd the druid thing go?
It went well, and then I'd like to sit on like a chair or something somewhere.
Yep.
We took care of the problem. We destroyed that tree, burned it, and chopped it up, etc. Found this cool magic axe, and then we'll sort of hold up Treebane.
Oh, sweet dude.
Yeah. Do you mind if me and Riley speak alone for a bit, kid? I don't mean to kick you out. But...
He rubs his eye and goes, sorry, I'll go to my room. I should check on my other brother, see how he's
okay.
And he gets
as he leaves. Before he leaves, I'm going to stop him. It's like, I'm going to pat him on the shoulder and say, hey, kid, you're going to be all right. You're doing good.
He gives a small nod and then tries again to copy the hand signs that Riley had shown him, and it actually kind of makes a spark of something, and he looks a little surprised, and then smiles.
I'll pat him on
magic in him.
I'll pat him on the back and say, told ya.
And then he looks at his hands and walks out.
Riley smiles at that.
And I'm going to go sit down next to Riley, and I'm going to say, we need to talk about Zelfie and Brimstone.
Yeah. Are they...
That might be a good place to stop it this week.
Oh!
Yeah, I think that is a good place to stop.
Yeah.
Shit!
I'll say for the last bit here, you hear a fluffle of feathers, and in flies a raven dropping off another letter for you. She nods and then goes off to find a spot to roost for a little bit. And we'll end it there.
Oh boy. We need to cut off the episode quickly so Katie can yell at Shelbs.
Yeah, okay.
Bye,
everybody.
Bye.
Stories tend to change when one is shrouded in the mist. Hearts begin to realize why they are there to exist. Eyes are blind or open to the horrors all around. No story pushed by those can match the ones that will be found.